on to question number 2. I'm just going to read out question number 2, which is, what is the biggest impact the school has had on your child? We will direct this question to Winnie. Winnie, would you like to start the ball rolling, please?
Maybe I can bring up how the school has impacted me, which was indirectly because of the impact of my child. And it's the respect for environment, because when my daughter, and I have to hold down my emotions every time I talk about this because I get teary. My daughter was around 2 years old, and we brought her to a kids event where she got an animal balloon. And we were walking to her car and her balloon popped, and a small piece of balloon just dropped on the pavement. So I told her, don't touch it, it's dirty. Keep walking. And she wouldn't go. And I thought maybe she's just really sad that she had a broken balloon. And she stayed there for a minute, 2 minutes. And then finally she said, we got to pick it up. And I was really proud and also embarrassed that my child was teaching me to care for the environment. So I'm really proud of that. And I told Miss Grace before, because I didn't teach her, the school did. So I was very proud of that moment to have her go to Sunrise.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Yes, actually respect for the environment, the teachers, and among the students is actually one of the Montessori approach for learning. We instill that respect from day one when they start their curriculum with our school, because that is the core or foundation of our lives, right? And when I read or when I heard about this, I felt very moved as well. For a little child who wanted or who respected the environment, that's wonderful. Okay, can Alia please add to that?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much I can say, because between 2 kids, I mean, the impact has varied. You know, just building on what Natalie said before, I mean, the French program is just incredible. And I can tell you now, because my older one is in French immersion in public school. And, you know, he was very advanced when he went in. But one thing I was really proud of was he speaks French so beautifully. Like, this is not just like French immersion, basic French. This is like, he has taken the French, European French accent from his teacher at Sunrise. And when he speaks, you would think that we were a French household. I went to French immersion and he puts me to shame. So that's, you know, something that's really, really amazing. But I think for both kids, the biggest impact has been a really strong work ethic. So Hale, my older one, his teacher is now my younger one's teacher. And she used to tell me, he keeps looking for more worksheets. After we're done work, he's looking for more worksheets. And I keep telling him, stop. And then he would ask for more worksheets to take home on the weekend. And I said, you know, he actually pretends to be a teacher and he does worksheets at home. And during the lockdown, he was so excited that I bought him a new Canadian curriculum book from Costco. And this strong work ethic, it came from Sunrise. Because both of my kids, now my 4-year-old tells me, you know, first thing in the morning, we do our work and then we play and we do this, and I'm doing language and I'm doing cursive and I'm doing math, and this booklet is for this thing and this booklet is for this thing. And I remember my older one doing the same thing, and this strong work ethic has carried through. My son he's now in grade 3. He is still the same way. He makes a to-do list every day. He goes to Spirit of Math for extracurriculars because he's just so advanced in his math from what he learned at Sunrise. And what he did at Sunrise, he's not yet doing in grade 3 in public school. And so that work ethic, that strong work ethic, it's unbelievable what they have developed at Sunrise Montessori. And the other thing is both of my kids learned to do things at Sunrise that I couldn't do at home. I couldn't get them to potty train. I couldn't get my older one to drink from a sippy cup. I couldn't get them to eat vegetables. I couldn't get my little one to read. I tried everything. I bought cue cards. I did everything. She goes back to school after the lockdown, and in 2 weeks, the teacher's sending me videos of her reading things, not just reading, but reading in French. And so, you know, whatever it is that the teachers are doing at Sunrise, whether it's from learning from other children or the support from the teachers, honestly, there were so many things that I would never have been able to accomplish on my own. I'd probably still be trying to potty train my kids.
So the role of the teachers is very important in our children's lives. And we really have to thank our pool of teachers. They are amazing.
Absolutely.
And you all know that, right? Natalie, you want to add to that too?
Yes. So I think the proudest moment, and I've had quite a few. So academically, I've had a few, but we've covered that. But the proudest moment was when my daughter Maya came home and explained to me what empathy was and how in this world, if everyone just practiced more empathy, we wouldn't have problems. And she comes home with these profound things. And I know I didn't teach her them. Not that I don't have empathy, but I know I didn't teach her them. And I just look at her and she just, the questions she asks, I mean, obviously she'll be a philosophy major in university, but I know that it's not just my impact on my child that has created her to think outside of a 5-year-old's box. It is what she does on a daily basis. And going to this concept of empathy, I can say as a parent, I do not go through the same struggles as other parents with the concepts of bullying or the worry that my child is going to come home with a horrible story of how others have treated her, because they have such a level of respect for authority, such a level of respect for each other that is taught at Sunrise that I never have to be concerned that my child was mistreated or in any way, or that my child is mistreating in any way. So I think that those concepts and those core values that are taught really shape how your child interacts with others and how they go throughout this is the foundation that they go throughout in life. And those inspirational quotes and moments are, apologies, I'm sorry, my phone. Those foundational quotes and moments are things that I have had the pleasure of seeing my daughter do, and that is because of Sunrise Montessori.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you so much. Yes, beyond the curriculum, we have actually ventured into the introduction of a lot more other elements, educational elements, which is really, really very important for the child's growth and development. Things like the anti-bullying campaign that we established a couple of years ago until now, which is very, very important for them to know what anti-bullying is all about, the role of them in trying to abolish or even minimize anti-bullying within their peers and all that within the school.